Welcome to Amusings with Chelsea and Angie.
I'm Chelsea.
I'm Angie.
All right, so today I'm actually going to talk about a series / movie now that just recently came back. We're going to talk about Teen Wolf the movie, which it was released about a month ago, so I'm just like, it's been forever. It's about time. If you guys don't already know or may get this confused, Teen Wolf was a series that was loosely based off the 1985 film of the same movie starring the famous Michael J. Fox. Mm-hmm. In the series, Tyler Posey, I'm sorry, I always screw up on his name, played the main character, Scott McCall. There's a lot of teen drama, romance, a little bit of funnies, and of course action. All around, it was a pretty good series if you're into the supernatural type world.
So, in the movie with Michael J. Fox, was his name Scott McCall?
I really don't remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen that movie.
Because I keep thinking Marty McFly, but that's Back to the Future.
That is Back to the Future, absolutely.
I'm so confused.
But that is a good question. I'll have to look that up probably here.
Right there. What is that?
That is the original Teen Wolf from 1985.
Oh, but it doesn't say his name?
I really want to say that it is, but it's Scott Howard. Oh. So still the same Scott, but a little bit different.
Okay.
Anywho, so again, it's a great show if you're in the supernatural world or you like stuff like that. So in 2017, MTV actually ended the series of Teen Wolf after only 6 seasons due to low ratings, as we like to say. But some say it wasn't the only reason. Some of the actors had started branching out in their own careers, which one of them you guys may know as, oh my goodness, his name is Dylan. Dylan Sprouse, I think is his name, is how you say it. Anyway, he's in...
Oh, you're talking about one of the...
Maze Runner. The Maze Runner. Dylan...
Oh, no. Sprouse was...
That's the Disney twin kids.
That was... What is it? Zach and Cody?
Zach and Cody, yes. I am so sorry about that. I know his name is Dylan. I just can't think of his last name right now off the top of my head, and I am so sorry. But I am blanking out on his name. Anywho, going on with that. So the show is technically it's 6 years later from when the series ended that Jed Davis came back with Teen Wolf the movie, which it picks up about 15 years later. After leaving Beacon Hills, Scott's now running an animal shelter in Los Angeles with Deaton's new clinic for animals. Lydia, who works as for an energy company in San Francisco. Jackson, which was one of my favorites, is living it up in England with his boyfriend Ethan. Liam's living in Japan and running a restaurant with his kitsune girlfriend, which is like a fire spirit fox type thing. Mm-hmm.
Like Naruto.
And they're guarding an urn that contains the Natsune. So that's kind of like the outline of the story that's going on. Meanwhile, back in Beacon Hills, you've got Derek, Mila, Peter. They're all running an auto repair shop. Mason has joined the Beacon Hills police force with Styles' dad. Derek's kind of like a supernatural consultant now. Like, he's all big and grown up. And he's dad. He's got his son Eli out there. Melissa, which is Scott's mom, is still working at the hospital. And just everybody's going on about their lives. A hood figure comes in to the restaurant in Japan and frees the Natsume. And they form an alliance. And this same hooded figure comes back to Beacon Hills and is setting fires, and nobody's really understanding what's going on and trying to figure everything out. While at the same time, Chris, which is our dear Allison that passed away in the series, Dad and Scott are having visions and dreams about her Allison being in distress. So they speak with Lydia, and they're all kind of talking, and they believe that her soul is trapped in Bardo, and she can't move on until a ritual is performed. And that's really where the show starts taking off into its own adventure, and kind of pulling ties together. I personally was a huge Scott and Alice fan, and so I was always team for them and rooting for them. And the movie itself, I don't want to deep dive too far into it, because overall it was a great kind of like finally getting everything together, instead of like in season 6 where they had to merge 2 storylines together and end it. Mm-hmm. And it kind of it left with so many unresolved questions. You know, you really wanted somebody to come back and all this other stuff, and it really just ties it in, it brings it together. It's overall I gave it a 8 out of 10 rating for a movie.
Okay, if, say like me, I've never seen the series, is this something that I could just pick up and watch, or do I need to know stuff?
You kind of need to know stuff, so I definitely recommend watch the series. And it's not that long. Like I said, it's only 6 seasons, which, you know, if you're a binger like we are sometimes, you can do that in like 2 weeks or something like that, if not less. But it is a good series. You can tell after kind of season 4, there was kind of like a wave.
Yeah.
And where it just kind of went down a little bit, not necessarily of like great, but there was like little parts that they kind of fickled up and try to just grab in. But again, overall, it was still a good movie. Great to bring it back. I always love watching or reading anything about werewolves or vampires or kinsunes and, you know, were-coyotes and stuff like that are in the show. Supernatural, I should say,
yeah,
in the world realm of it all. But I mean, it was really, really great to see a lot of the cast back, some new cast members here and there, and it tied everything together. It brought it all together. I was a Teen Wolf fan from the first beginning in 2011, whenever it came out. So it was overall really good. Like I said, there's only 6 seasons. It's not too bad. I think there's like 20 episodes per season. Maybe not, maybe less. I think just season 6 maybe had 20 episodes. But like I said, it's still really good, and you get to know the characters. Me personally, I was a huge Derek fan. #fan. And he was so good to look at. Not gonna lie. So, anywho, this was a great time for Paramount to pick it up and take it, because not only did
his name was Dylan O'Brien. Way to go. Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien. Not only did Paramount release this January 26th, and you know, Paramount Plus is its own little streaming app and stuff like that, and they've had it for what, almost a year now, maybe?
Over that, yeah.
A little over that. And they hit a record with the most watched original film on its first day of viewing on Paramount Plus. They hit all the records for just this release of Teen Wolf the movie. I know.
Nerds.
Nerd alert, nerd alert. So, but not only did this come out, there was another show that came out the following week, I believe is what it was. And it is called Wolfpack. And if any of you guys seen this, or go and watch the trailer, you're absolutely going to love it. Sarah Michelle Gellar, our famous Buffy the Vampire Slayer, is back in another supernatural type movie. Or a show. Sorry, a show.
So it's a show.
It is a show. Right now they've got about 4 episodes out. It is a teen boy and girl get their lives changed forever when Carolina Wildfire awakens and terrifies the supernatural creatures. As a full moon rises, all teens come together to unveil a secret connection between them. And that's just kind of the synopsis of what they've placed on the IBM website. Not my words, it's all theirs. But I've only watched the first episode, and right off the bat, I'm intrigued. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I don't know how she does it, but she still looks fantastic and still a great actress. I've never not liked her in any movies or anything that she's ever been in. She's still got my heart out for being Buffy. You know, that's who I know her as. But in this side, she's actually the opposite. She's the detective, wanting to know what's going on, you know, and it's awesome so far. Like I said, first episode, and I'm already hooked. I'm ready to binge watch the rest of them. I literally just watched it this morning. So it has not been that long since I watched it. So it was really, really great. Open to a lot of the things. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how well it's going to do. So far, you know, it's got a 7-point rating, which is great.
Is it on? What's it on?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus?
Yes. So if you have Paramount Plus, definitely go check it out. They also have a free trial where you can sign up and get in there and kind of see a couple things, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for like a week or so before they start charging you.
We don't work for Paramount Plus.
No, we don't work for Paramount Plus. We're not affiliated with anybody at all. This is just us chit-chatting. But honestly, I liked it. And like I said, if you want to check it out, you can. I think you can also probably go to Amazon Prime and probably buy the episode for like $2.99 or something like that if you really want to test the water and see what you think before you go to commit to signing up for an app and stuff, since everything seems to be app oriented now.
Speaking of Supernatural, I watched on Netflix season of, it's called Lockwood and Co.
Yes.
I don't really know how to explain the show because apparently I think it's just England. It might be the world. I don't know. They call it the problem, and that's when ghosts just come back to life.
Okay.
And if you're attached to something, that becomes your source. So, like, you know, kinda supernatural. Yeah. So, instead of adults, they have children. Kids are the ones that are battling the ghosts.
Okay.
The 3 that we're interested in are Anthony, Lucy, and I think his name is George. And they have formed their own company to battle ghosts, but they are outside of the big investigative companies.
Okay.
So it's a good show. If you get past the first episode, you'll become more invested and figure out how things work. But I have a thing with Netflix because I get invested, and then they're probably going to cancel it, and then I'm not going to know what's going to happen.
Well, I've noticed too here lately, and I'm not trying to comparison anything whatsoever at all, just for the simple fact that we've always had supernatural shows, and there's always been ones that have done great, like Buffy and Angel and
Supernatural.
But Supernatural ended not too long ago. We're talking about, 2 years now since it ended, I think, or something like that? Maybe a little bit longer, a little bit less. Not exactly 100% sure. I can't remember. It feels like it was yesterday, but I know it's been a little while. But these shows are starting to pique everybody's interest, I think, because we don't have a regular show to go to anymore, and people, they're trying to push them out, and people are getting interested and getting a little vested in, because I think, in all honesty, and this is just, again, my personal opinion, a lot of people are separating from the superhero universe, Marvel, DC and stuff like that, and coming back to the supernatural world, because I see a lot of people getting excited and invested into these movies and shows and stuff like that.
I've noticed that they're pulling more and more Asian horror films onto Netflix. I did not, when The Grudge first came out.
Another Michelle Gellar. What are the odds?
I watched that, and I was like, oh, okay. But then they said, watch the original, and I did, and it was way scarier. Holy shit!
Yeah.
And The Ring, the Asian version, way scarier.
Well, and you see, I think that's becoming a thing now to try to kind of get us out of the world that we're in right now, because
I don't need to have the bajoobies scared out of me.
Well, it's nice to step out of there and out of reality, I think, in a sense of form, to know all that stuff that is going on. And I mean, so far, like I said, I think they've done pretty good with some of the stuff that's come out here lately. I'm excited. I hope they put more out. I want to see more. Just because, me personally, I love listening to crime podcasts, and I love crime shows, and I'm definitely an OG for like Bones and stuff like that, or the supernatural stuff like Buffy and Angel, and all sorts of those. And I think it's good that they're bringing that kind of back out, and I see that they're also bringing out some remakes, and hope for the best for y'all.
Please do not make a live action How to Train Your Dragon. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I know they like to do a lot of that. They're bringing a lot of the cartoon stuff to life, and I don't.
No. I saw Quantum Mania, Ant-Man. It's really good. Of course, Paul Rudd. Gonna be funny.
Yeah.
There is a story there, having to do with Janet's time when she was stuck in the quantum realm. His daughter kind of got on my nerves at the beginning. And I was distracted because she has chiclet teeth, and she smiles, and they're just big. It's big, That's not her fault. She's a good actress, though, but it's just distracting because it was on a movie screen, and they're really big.
I understand that. So there are some movies that are coming out that I'm kind of interested in watching and seeing.
I saw the trailer for John Wick 4. I did not understand the trailer for John Wick 4 other than he's still getting chased, and I think he gets a new dog. So
So I know they're coming out with another Scream.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intrigued to watch it, but not like I'm not fully enticed. Like, I really want to see it. It's just like it's kind of got me a little bit because, you know, I'm nostalgic for stuff like that. So I'm like,
But here's my problem. So they move it to New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to New York. There is nobody there gonna take some shit from some idiot in a mask.
Fair enough on that. That's very fair. So another one that's coming out.
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, I want to see that.
I want to see Chris Pine. I'm excited to see him because I feel like it's going to be really funny. I feel like that's going to be really good. Transformers. The new one's coming out. I'm very interested in that one.
I will tell you that the car that they have in the trailer, Mirage, that was my one and only Transformer that I got for my birthday. Yep. Back in a long time ago.
Way back when.
It was a little Porsche. It was a white little Porsche named Mirage. Burp, 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 burp.
So, yeah, those are some of the ones that aren't really necessarily the
and the
superheroes,
what's the 65 thing? With where they
Adam Driver, yes, where they go back in time. I think,
no,
right?
They're from another planet, and then they crashed here 65 bajillion years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I'd be interested in that.
Why did they come to this bodunk planet?
Well, they're back there with the dinosaurs. Lord help them. So, and then of course, you know, Indiana Jones being his very last one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. So, I'm excited for those. I'm ready to kind of adventure off in there. Is there anything that you're looking forward to?
I have Guardians of the Galaxy, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure about The Flash. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It seems like maybe a good story, but I have issues with Ezra Miller because of some bad stuff that he, as the human, not the actor, has done, and it makes me not want to watch it.
And I get that. I absolutely do. And so, just like, you know, how people have mixed feelings with the Aquaman series right now with Amber Heard.
Amber Turd, yes.
It being
I didn't see the first one, so.
Yeah. I won't deep dive too far into it, but you can definitely tell that she was probably not really meant for that role, and
because she's not a good actress.
There could have been somebody, I think, better fit to Jason Momoa's personality that would have worked very well together with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, hopefully going forward after this one, you know, maybe there will be a third one that she's not in that
I
could
don't
be
know
better.
if Aquaman's going to go forward because James Gunn has just basically taken over and looks like they've scrapped
all of them.
Everything.
But again, I guess we'll have to wait out and see because, I mean, Super Bowl Sunday occurred and we saw the trailer for, was it Batman or was it Flash?
No, it was Flash.
It was the Flash.
With Michael Keaton.
And it had the Batmans in it. And I got a little excited because I'm like, whoa, hold up. We got Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
Ben Affleck.
And then we've got
Zod
in there.
And instead of Superman, they had Kara, which is his cousin, Supergirl.
Yep. And so I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. And then, of course, you know, we have the gentleman that is playing the Flash, and then of course we have the television series version of the Flash in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here going, well, this is going to be interesting. Maybe. We'll see. But like you said, you know, you can have mixed feelings about it, and then when you watch it, kind of give you a review. And I mean, I know I'm going to watch it simply because my brother loves stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to have to take him.
Did you see the first Shazam?
I did not.
I saw the first 15 minutes and I fell asleep. So I never got around to watching it. So I don't know if it's good or not.
So I know our listeners don't know that I have a special needs brother. He's in his 30s. But his mind, he is still very, very young. So he loves stuff like this. And I get the luxury of going with him and enjoying these shows too. And there's some that I may not personally enjoy very much, but he does enjoy. And so I have no problem going with him and watching him. And as long as he's happy, I'm good. Shazam was actually one he went to go see with one of his friends, and I felt a little betrayed. You know, I was like, I'm your movie buddy. I've been your movie buddy for...
I don't think you missed anything.
So, but unfortunately I didn't get to see it, so I don't 100% know. But now he's started taking my fiance to the movies and excluding me, which again, because hello, I'm supposed to be number one. Okay, it's supposed to be me, but that's okay. But he said he liked it. I was never a comic book fan of Shazam when I was a kid growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I read a few of the comics. I wasn't like deep into comics, but a little bit of comic, more of the cartoon shows and stuff like that. But Shazam really just wasn't one of them.
I was Marvel. We did mostly Marvel. We didn't do a whole lot of DC.
Yeah. So, but you know, I'm sure he will tell me all about it, and I will try to tell you guys what I can.
My thing is, maybe I should not have tried to watch it when I was tired.
Probably not.
And yeah, now I don't, it's not that I don't have the time, it's just there's other stuff to watch. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. So now it's like at the very bottom of my list.
Aww. I understand that. That happens sometimes with me and stuff, especially whenever certain things kind of fall down to the side, and I'm like, hey, I'll get to it later. I'll watch it later, you know. And you'll find time. You'll be doing the laundry or something, and there ain't nothing on, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll put that on, because that's what I did with the Essentials. Am I saying it right? No, Eternals. No.
Oh, that was just a that was a crappy movie.
And the trailer didn't like snag me, but watching it and stuff, I'm like, okay, kind of see why. And you know, you kind of like, well, that was like an hour of my life or 2 hours of my life I won't get back. But in reality, I was doing laundry. I wasn't doing anything else anyway.
Yeah. So the best way to watch movies, not in the theater, is in your living room. Because then you can look over to the person next to you and go, can you believe that? That's a bunch of bullshit. Who would do that? Nobody. That's just dumb. What are you talking
about? I'm the one that does that in the theater. You know this because I sit there right next to you.
That was my dad when we were watching Top Gun Maverick. And he's like, yeah, the Air Force has better planes. I don't know why they would send the Navy out to do this. Why don't they just send the Air Force? I don't know, Dad, because it's a Navy movie. Well, I don't know.
But, yeah, no. So, well, I guess that's kind of it on my part as far as the shows that I've watched here in the past week. and kind of what you've watched and a little bit of our
I tried to watch.
Chatting.
I was going to watch the episode 6 or 7 of The Last of Us, whichever one came out on Sunday, but I fell asleep. So I have to watch it. I still have to watch it. So.
Well, I know the next time we probably chit-chat, we're probably going to talk about either another set of series or movies or something like that, or we may be talking about the murder trial that you're currently watching, that you've kind of kept me in the loop on what's going on and stuff. But if there's anything that you guys want us to watch or kind of give you a review on or give you a little deep dive into stuff, I mean, just let us know. We have an email address. It's on our page, and then
it's AmusingswithChelsea&Angee@gmail.com.
But I guess until next time, we'll chat with you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.